Okay, we are here in the Ask Me Anything with David Meltzer.
Omar's back.
Hi, David. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great. My name is Omar L. Harris. I do work in the space of corporate equity, diversity, and inclusion. I recently published a book on the subject called Be a Jedi Leader, Not a Boss: Leadership in the Era of Corporate Social Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. My question is, we're coming off an Olympic Games where women athletes accounted for a record 66 medals and nearly 60% of all medals by the U.S. So, David, what do you think it will take for women athletes to be compensated in line with male athletes?
Well, first time. It's going to take time, and it's also going to be the male executives that sit, as I sit on, the Olympic board myself, being able to utilize the dollars in order to effectuate, against what right now seems to be, as it did in the past. Equitable to the sponsor, right? So the demographics that exist of what they perceive to be valuable needs to shift, and so the decision makers, people like myself, on average, still the middle-aged white male, needs to make the investment and belief into uh, equity, social justice, all these things that have proven to be more profitable. It took us years, Omar, to believe that wellness was in itself a better investment. And now, from Deloitte on, they have chief wellness officers, and the bottom line is most impactful with wellness. And it took equal amount of time to create all these different things that we know in our hearts to be true, but we haven't convinced people that it affects the bottom line. I think the more we can convince people like myself, and I'm out there as an advocate, that the bottom line is enhanced with social justice and equitable uh, employment, hiring, opportunity, all we'll see. We look in the NFL is an area that we've worked on it with the Rooney Rule, and look at the unbelievable success that we have with the equity that exists within, the head coaches in the NFL now, within quarterbacks in the NFL, which is something obviously I'm personally indebted and tied to. So we need to, I know it's great to help and within the context of those people who are being treated unfairly, but we really have to get the promoters within the groups that I'm circling in to convince them of straight bottom line that women will make more money for you. So we need to make the investment into those women, and let's win 80% of the medal with women, and let's have all of our sponsors and endorsement targeting to our young women who are going to save our country and enhance our country. And I think our perspective is always on the women themselves, but there's almost so much women can do for themselves. We need to address the people making the decisions so that we can send the dollars where it is fair to be sent. And there's no doubt that we will increase our bottom line by investing more in women's sports, in all equity that exists. It's proven, just as throughout the last 30 years, we've finally been able to prove that wellness and taking care of people in our big corporations actually enhances the bottom line exponentially. The same will be true with equity in the next 30 years.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Omar. That was a great question. Thank you for joining.